Welcome to Relaxed Reddit Readings. Today we have 4 Reddit stories for you. Toxic family drama and petty revenge stories that'll blow your mind. Story 1. My fiancée's laundry habits are driving me absolutely insane. So my fiancée literally refuses to flip her clothes right side out before throwing them in the hamper, and it's about to end our relationship. Let me explain this absolute madness. I'm 38, she's 37, and we've been together for 6 years. Now, my fiancé absolutely hates doing laundry, like, she'd rather clean toilets with a toothbrush than touch a washing machine. So naturally, I've become the designated laundry person in our house, and honestly, I don't mind it. I actually find folding clothes kind of therapeutic, you know. But here's where things get completely ridiculous. Every single time she takes off her clothes, and I mean every single time, she somehow manages to turn them inside out before tossing them in the hamper. Shirts, pants, underwear, socks, everything. It's like she has a special talent for it. And for 6 years, 6 entire years, I've been asking her nicely to please, just please, flip them right side out before putting them in the dirty clothes. It seems like such a simple request, right? But nope, she either completely forgets or just doesn't care enough to do it. So every laundry day, I'm standing there like some kind of clothing origami master, flipping literally 90% of her wardrobe the right way before I can even think about hanging anything up or folding it. We're talking about an extra 15 to 20 minutes every single time I do laundry, just because she can't be bothered to flip a shirt. At first, I thought maybe she was just forgetful, so I'd gently remind her. Then I tried leaving little notes. I even bought one of those cute signs for the laundry room that said, "Please flip clothes right side out." Nothing worked. She'd apologize, promise to remember, and then the very next day, there'd be another inside-out sweater staring at me from the hamper like it was mocking me. So here's my question, and this is where I might be the bad guy. I'm seriously considering just washing, drying, and putting away all her clothes exactly as they are. Inside-out shirts in the closet, backwards pants in the dresser, the whole 9 yards. Maybe if she has to deal with getting dressed every morning like she's solving a puzzle, she'll finally understand how annoying this is. My friends think I'm being petty, but honestly, after 6 years of this, I feel like I've been pretty patient. Is it really too much to ask for someone to flip their own clothes before throwing them in the dirty pile? Am I completely losing my mind here, or would you do the same thing? If you're enjoying these stories, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which story you relate to the most. Story 2. My wife's hoarding problem has taken over our entire bedroom. My wife has completely destroyed our bedroom with her hoarding, and when I threatened to clean it myself, she lost her absolute mind. So I'm 40, my wife's 42, and we've been married for 18 years. About 6 years ago, our financial situation really improved, and we moved into this beautiful, larger home with all these nice things. Life was good, you know. But that's exactly when everything started going downhill. My wife began what she calls accumulating items that need to be dealt with later. Translation. She started hoarding random stuff in our bedroom. And I'm not talking about a few books on the nightstand or some clothes on a chair. I'm talking about piles, actual piles, that now take up about 80% of our bedroom floor. 80%. I have to literally shift things around just to open my dresser drawers. The only clear space left is this tiny pathway on my side of the bed. It's like living in a maze made of her postponed decisions. There are stacks of papers she's going to file later, clothes she's going to sort through eventually, books she's going to organize someday, and random household items that apparently need to find their proper place. Some of this stuff has been sitting there for months, just collecting dust and taking up space. I've tried talking to her about it so many times, always approaching it gently because I know it's a sensitive topic. I've offered to help her organize, suggested we tackle one pile at a time together, even offered to hire someone to help us get organized. But every single time, she gets defensive and promises she'll handle it herself. Spoiler alert, she never does. The piles just keep growing. So last week, I finally reached my breaking point. I told her that if she doesn't start dealing with these piles soon, I'm going to have to clean our room myself. I wasn't threatening to throw her stuff away or anything crazy like that. I just said I'd organize everything and find proper places for things so we could actually use our bedroom like a normal couple. Well, you would have thought I threatened to burn the house down. She completely flipped out, started crying, accused me of not understanding her process, said I was being controlling and insensitive. She made me feel like I was the worst husband in the world for wanting to be able to walk freely in my own bedroom. Now she's giving me the silent treatment, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm the one who's being unreasonable here. I mean, we're talking about basic livability in the space where we sleep every night. Is it really that awful to want a clean, organized bedroom after 6 years of living in chaos? Story 3. I got revenge on my high school bully in the most savage way possible. So I just got the most incredible revenge on a guy who completely destroyed my self-esteem in high school, and honestly, I'm not sure if I should feel guilty about it or proud. Let me take you back to the beginning of this story. I'm 23 now, and back in high school, I had this classmate who I thought was actually pretty cool. We weren't best friends or anything, but we talked sometimes, and I genuinely thought we got along well. I had already started working out by then, and he used to call me ripped and seemed to respect the work I was putting in at the gym. Everything seemed fine between us. After we graduated, we went our separate ways but stayed friends on Facebook, you know how it is. One day, we ended up chatting through messages, and I honestly can't even remember how the conversation started, but somehow we got on the topic of my appearance. That's when everything changed. This guy, who I thought was my friend, just completely tore me apart. He told me I was ugly, that I'd always been ugly, and that no amount of working out was ever going to fix my face. But here's the part that really got to me, he said I should just accept that I'm hideous and stop trying to improve myself because it was pointless. I was absolutely crushed. This wasn't just some random internet troll or someone I barely knew. This was someone I had considered a friend, someone whose opinion actually mattered to me. His words hit me like a truck, and honestly, they messed with my head for years. I started questioning everything about myself, wondering if other people saw me the same way he did, if I really was just fooling myself into thinking I could ever look good. It affected my confidence, my dating life, everything. But fast forward to a few weeks ago. I'm scrolling through social media, and I see that this guy has posted about his new job. He's working at some local business and seems really excited about it. That's when I got an idea that was probably petty, but I couldn't resist. I looked up the business online, found their contact information, and sent them a message. I explained that I was a former classmate of their new employee and thought they should know about his character. Then I took screenshots of our entire conversation from years ago, every single cruel thing he had said to me, and sent them over. I explained that someone who could be so unnecessarily vicious to another person might not be the best representative for their company. Within a few days, I noticed he had removed the job from his social media profiles. I'm pretty sure he got fired. Now, part of me feels like I finally got justice for what he did to me. But another part of me is wondering if I went too far. I mean, people say stupid things when they're young, right? Maybe he's changed since then. But then again, what he said to me was so cruel and unprovoked that it damaged my self-esteem for years. Should I feel bad about this, or did he get exactly what he deserved? Story 4. My mom won't stop criticizing my autism and I finally snapped. So my mom has been making my life hell because she refuses to understand my autism, and I finally lost it on her in the most spectacular way. I'm 27 and live on my own, but I still meet up with my family at least once a week for drinks and catch-up time. Now, I was diagnosed with Asperger's when I was 10 years old, so this isn't new information for anyone in my family. They've had literally 17 years to figure this out. As someone on the autism spectrum, I have my own stims and behaviors that I can't really control. I'm what's called a toe sitter, I sit with my feet tucked under me. I have this finger flick thing I do, I have a twitch, and I'm really not good with eye contact. The list goes on and on. The thing is, I can never explain why I do what I do because my body just does these things automatically. It's like asking someone why they blink or why they breathe, it just happens. But trying to explain that to neurotypical people is incredibly difficult. My mom, bless her heart, just cannot wrap her head around this concept. Every single time we're together, she's constantly on me about my behaviors. Stop doing that finger thing, it's annoying. Sit properly, you look ridiculous. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Why can't you just act normal? It's like she thinks I'm choosing to do these things just to irritate her or something. I've tried explaining it to her so many times. I've shown her articles, I've sent her resources about autism, I've even suggested she come with me to talk to my therapist so she can understand better. But nothing works. She just keeps insisting that I should be able to control it if I really wanted to, like I'm just being stubborn or lazy. Last week was the final straw. We were at this family dinner, and I was having what I call a high-stim day. Basically, my brain needed extra sensory input to regulate itself, so my stims were more frequent and noticeable than usual. My mom spent the entire evening making comments. Every few minutes, it was something new. Stop that. You're making people uncomfortable. Just relax and be normal. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I stood up in the middle of the restaurant and told her exactly what I thought. I said that I was tired of her treating my neurological condition like it was some kind of personality flaw that I could just switch off. I told her that her constant criticism was making me feel ashamed of something I can't control, and that if she couldn't accept me for who I am after 17 years of knowing I'm autistic, then maybe we shouldn't spend time together anymore. The whole restaurant went quiet, and my family was staring at me like I had just committed some unforgivable crime. My mom started crying, my dad looked furious, and my siblings were shooting me these disappointed looks. Everyone kept telling me that I was being too harsh, that mom was just trying to help, that I should apologize. But honestly, I'm so tired of being made to feel like there's something wrong with me for having a brain that works differently. Should I have handled it better, or was it time someone finally told her the truth? If you enjoyed these stories, drop a comment telling me which one was your favorite. And if you want more relaxed Reddit readings, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment and subscribe for more relaxed Reddit readings.